Good morning, everyone. Listen to me. If you are still struggling and you don't have a trading journal, you need one. Let me explain to you why. If you do not have a journal, you are randomly trading. You are randomly entering and exiting without having anything to go off of, just by what you think is going to happen. When you have a trading journal, and I'm not saying to buy mine. Yes, I do have a trading journal. I'm going to tell you why I think mine is best. And not only that, I'm going to tell you something else afterward. Just give me a minute. If you have a trading journal, let me show you what it tells you. Let me just go over to the pages here. This is the beginning of the journal, okay? You want to put the year in here that you started. This is so that you can track what you are doing. When you want to become better, you're going to want to track what you're doing. Put your name and the year you started, okay? There's 100 pages in here. This is on Amazon. It's for $9.99, $10 or whatever. If not, here, I'm giving it to you free. So it's not about the money. I'm telling you what it's about. It's about getting you in a better position. So if you want to write this down, write it down. But you're going to have to do this every day. So to spend $10 to get 100 pages, whereas you can go to these every day, you're going to write the date. Right, if you are buying or selling, this is going to be your position for that day. So your overall trend is going to show you if you are buying or selling. If you're buying, that means you're not counter trend trading. You're only looking for buys. And that is if you are in an uptrend. Okay, so you're going to write the pair down. You're going to write, so this is for your buy and sell. You're going to write if you are trending. Now, if you're trending, that goes with your overall position, right? So if you're trending in an uptrend, then you need to click buy and trending. If you are scalping, you still want to click these. You still want to click if you're buying or selling, but you're going to put that you're scalping, because with scalping, what you're going to be doing is buying and selling. So you're going to be buying the dips, which is when it pulls back if you're in an uptrend. And then you're going to be selling the top, the tip, when you reach the top, okay? So you can do that. You want to make sure you circle the day. You want to put how many units you're using. If you're using one standard lot, put one lot right here. You're going to put the time. Yes, and this is time consuming, but listen, time consuming of less than 2 minutes. Do it so that you can become better at your trading. Put your stop loss goes here, so put the number here. Put your profit here. Put your loss here, okay? Your trade setup, your risk per trade, and what was the outcome. So here you have a lot of room to write down. Let me scroll down a little bit. To write down what this particular plan is, because every trade will not be the same. Every setup will not be the same. But not only that, I gave you more room for your notes. Okay, so this was the problem for me looking for a journal. I could not find that journal that will give me more space for my notes, because you need to do that. And so you just have the same thing over and over. You have 100 pages, and then I'm going to go all the way to the back. So bear with me while I scroll. Okay, here's your Forex tips. Okay, here are your Forex tips. It gets no better than this. When you are in an uptrend, you only enter on a higher low, and you're going to wait for that stop hunt, which means that false breakout. Or you're going to wait until the consolidation is over. In a downtrend, you're only going to enter on a lower high. Wait until the stop hunt or the consolidation is over. If you are strictly consolidating, meaning ranging or going sideways, do not enter the market. Here are your plans for your trade, for your setup. You look for the overall trend on a daily or 4 hours chart for intraday trading. Entering on the lower time frame. The better entries are on a 5 or 15-minute chart. Wait until they all become in sync. Be mindful of your retests versus reversals. So if you're in an uptrend and you're only looking for buys, you're going to get a retest on that pullback. Okay, so that becomes, I will have to be on the chart to show you. But at any rate, follow the rules. Demand zones as well as support and resistance level and other confluences. These are the things that you want to look at before entering your trades. Okay, and then let me scroll down a little bit more. This shows you the London markets overlap. So you know US and London overlap. You want to go according to where you are. If you're Eastern Standard Time, Central Standard Time, wherever you are, just use the Eastern Standard Time and use your particular zone. Okay? And that's it. So hold on, let me pause because I'm going to give you the description of the book. Okay, so here, this is the book. I've already showed you the book, so you'll know Forex is Bay, Forex Journal. And here's what it says. This Forex trading journal comes with the date, buy, sell, days of the week, position, entries, profit, take profits, stop loss, and more, which I've already explained to you already over there. So, and also with the great tips that are in the back. This journal is 6x9 and it comes with 100 pages. $9.99, guys. You need to invest in yourself. There are other 8x5 books if you like, you know, bigger books, and I also have them in different designs. So if you want to take your trading to the next level, you're gonna have to pay attention to what you're doing. Say to yourself, no more random trades. Write down what you want to have in your journal. Write it down and strictly go by that. Do not deviate. If you don't have a journal and you're in an uptrend, and I told you only look for buys, and you end up being in a sell and then you fail that particular trade, you can look at your journal to see, why did I fail this trade? Did I follow all of these rules? And this is going to help you stay on top of your strategy. Because if you're in an uptrend and I told you only look for buys, do no counter trend trading, you should be profiting every time you go from level to level to level. So let me give you an example. Okay, for example, if you are on USD Swiss, which I do not trade, I'm just giving you an example, and you know that you are in a downtrend, okay, this is a 4 hours chart, you are only looking to sell. So you're looking to sell on the pullbacks, but of course you're not going to do it on the 4 hour chart because you're going to miss so much of the meat. So you're going to go to like your 15-minute so that you can have more clarity, or let's just say 5-minute and see what that looks like. Ooh, wow, this was a good trade though. Looking at it, it was good. Well, let me see. Let me scroll over, because I don't want you to be confused as to what I'm talking about. So remember what I mentioned about when it's going sideways? When it's going sideways, this here is something you would want to box in. So this is something you would want to box in because we're not trading this. Put it a color that you can recognize. You have to go to the very end of it to get it and double click it. I always like to make mine yellow or gold so that it's bright and I can be aware where it is. Okay, you'll always go to the corner if you want to stretch it up or whatever you want to do. So if you know that you're in a downtrend, you see how price came up? means nothing. You are in a downtrend. So if you try to go and buy at the very top, then you see what happened. Okay, so let's scroll over. See how it tanked? So this is why you want to make sure you are following your rules, because if you have rules that says I'm in a downtrend, but you see the bulls here, mind you, this is only a 5-minute chart. Okay, so yeah, you're going to have pullbacks, and the pullback can last 30 minutes to an hour. That pullback can last as long as it wants to, but your goal is to wait, because sometimes it may come up a little bit more just to take out the stop losses. So that will be called a stop hunt, where you're in a trend and you think it's going to go in a buy, like you see these candles here. You may think it's going to go in a buy, so you place your buy here, and sometimes it does come up. Let me tell you what they're doing at this point. They're tricking you to go into a buy, right? So that they can come up, and then others enter as well. So not only are they getting you to enter into a buy, but they're taking out the stop hunts, the stop losses, because people who are going to sell here are going to probably place their stop losses here, right? So they're going to come up and grab those. Since they're in this area, they may as well do what they need to do before they take off, right? So they're going to come up, grab your stop loss. So make sure you put it out of arm's reach. Okay, maybe here. Okay, because you know what the plan for them is, to make money. So they're going to come up, have others to come into the trade and buy. So not only do they have them captured, but then they come up here and hit your stop loss, right? And then they maybe come over for a little bit longer and then tank. So what do the buyers do? They're going to exit their positions. Mind you, if they are buying and they exit their positions, they are now doing what? Selling it, because they're selling that position now to the ones that are going to sell, like me and whoever else is on this end. Okay, so and then what happens to the stop hunts, the stop losses? They are triggered, right? The stop hunts are triggered as if it's going to continue in a buy, and then it tanks. So not only are you stopped out of your trade, the buyers are going to eventually close their trade out, because they're going to realize that the trade is not going in their favor anymore, right? So they're going to tap out because they realize I'm on the wrong side. And so this is why having your journal is good for you, because it's going to help you. It's going to keep you, if you follow it. Now you have to follow it. You can write it down all day long. If you're not following your rules, then hey, that's something that you have to work on. Okay, so that's it. I just want to tell you, if you're still messing up on your trades, get the journal. It don't have to be mine. Get a journal, or write down the things that I told you to write down. Let me take you back to that page, or you can rewind, but I'll take you back so that you can write it down. One moment. Okay, here's the book again. I'm sorry guys, my computer is really acting weird, but here's the book. Let me scroll to show you what to write down. So even if you have a notebook, you can go to the dollar store and get a notebook and just write this down. Anything to help you, okay? Write down your trading goals, the date, the pair, if you're going to be buying or selling, what position, if you're trending or scalping. Make sure you write down the day, the units, the time, uptrend, ranging, downtrend, and so on. So, and then you also want be honest and write, select what your outcome was. You can get a notebook, a notepad, anything, write this down, and then follow that particular strategy for that day. These are just the notes. But again, if you want to go on Amazon under Tina Tabor, Tabor books, and you can go on there and find it for $9.99. You get 100 pages. You can get the 6x9 or the 8x11. and take a scroll through the other journals that are there. They have the exact same thing inside. So yes, guys, I hope that everything goes well for you, and do not give up. This is just the beginning, or the middle, or wherever you are in your trading journey. Make sure you write down the year so that you can keep track of how you're doing. If you do that, then this time next year you can look back at this journal and see how far you've come. Okay, God bless you. I pray that all goes well for you, and I look forward to seeing you at the top.